I'm starting to feel like all I do on this channel is yap, but just kidding. If it's your first time here, that's not all I do. I just posted a vlog like yesterday, so go check that out. Recording this in my little low light and lamp lighting in our new home. Hey man, I just thought, let me just be candid. It's worth a try. The thing is though, I hope this video reaches the right people. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to just be a bunch of people that aren't genuinely interested in the things that I post about. And my hair looks all different types of crazy. We're just gonna be real for a sec. I just tried this on TikTok too. I don't know if you who are watching this is a person who watches TikTok, but there's this trend going around like, I'm sick of my job. Like, please, somebody send me some PR. Speaking of companies, basically, you know, like trying to like get deals, brand deals, or support from companies that they might make an income. Do the influencer thing, right? There was a time when I think, looked down on people seeking to do this as a job. Not that because I've been seeking to do it for a long time. Maybe look down is the wrong word, but maybe just hated that it was so popular. Like, you ever wanted to do something, but you're also like, okay, not everybody's like doing it, and it's like corny, you know? For me, I guess like I've always done some form of creating, and so I'm like, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, this is still, it's always, I feel like this is true to me, you know? Like, since I was a kid, I've always done some form of creating, and I don't just mean like social media, video type creating, but just like creativity stuff type in general. And so several years ago, when I realized that like doing YouTube was a possibility for anyone, I jumped in. I just made a video talking about how long it's been. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to let the fact that a whole bunch of people are doing it stop me, but especially because I don't think we should lose hope. I guess I want to say, like, I don't blame people because it's just stuff is so hard. Like, people are struggling, man. And I so relate right now. Like, it's worth it to give something like that a try. You know what I'm saying? Versus like be one of the people who are struggling and look down upon being an influencer or whatever, but never make it out of their situation or never try, you know? Like, and for me also, I'm like, people don't like a lot of professions, you know, but I'm starting to feel like, you know, being an influencer, while yes, I think there's ways where it can be done where it's cringy, and even like where the creators are less deserving. Like, I think a lot of people don't like influencers who they feel like didn't work for it, or when there's like people who put genuine effort in and they don't get the same support and opportunities. But I think overall, just like as a business, like, first of all, influencing isn't new. It is more frequent that we see it because social media being in the hands of more people, but like influencing itself isn't new. That's, you know, where endorsements and celebrities and stuff have existed for years, but we are seeing it more. And I think that, I don't know, people just aren't used to it. And it does come with a certain cringe culture though, of people doing crazy stuff. I ain't even gonna fake it. That's another element of why I understand why people are like, oh, I hate influencers doing cringy stuff, but then also just wrong stuff, like, you know, exploiting children for views, all that kind of crazy stuff, you know. But as a whole, I feel like what a bomb opportunity we have in our generation to be able to pick up a camera, which we 9 times out of 10 we all have with these cell phones, and be able to make a living doing something that we're passionate about on camera, you know? Low-key, this might be more for me than it is for y'all right now, just to kind of like speak positively to myself and remind myself that I shouldn't give up, you know, on making an income from my creative endeavors, and ultimately YouTube being even just a vehicle for that. Like, me being able to share healthy eating and fun recipes, me being able to share my marriage, our community, our church life, music, me being able to share about the Lord, and just everything that I share about on this channel. It's low-key a good reminder, I feel like, for me to record this for future Kai. It's funny, the more I talk about it and think about it, the more I'm like, this is more for me than I feel like it is for y'all. And just telling myself, like, you know what, one day, like, this will pay off. Like, I don't care. My prayers, the Lord hears them. You know, even if it doesn't look like what I thought it would, like, I'm not going to regret this. And Lord willing, it will pay off in the way that I hope one day, that I'll be able to make an income and support my family, the household that we just bought, that we are trying so hard to establish ourselves for, and become financially stable to take care of. It will pay off, okay? Like, it will pay off. Like, don't give up, because there are people who didn't give up. And I know time and time again, like, that's what they always tell us, but it's true. Like, the people who are successful had failures. It took them a while. It may have took them 6, 7, 8 years, maybe even 10 before they reached the point that they were hoping for. But imagine if they didn't, you know, like, we see them when they reach that point, but like, imagine if they didn't. Like, one story that always stuck with me, like, being from Chicago, he was always an example, but like, Michael Jordan, like that's more of an old school example too. He wasn't great, I believe, if I'm remembering the story to begin with, at basketball, you know what I'm saying? And he kept going. And obviously, that's the case for a lot of people, in a lot of professions, not just your popular ones like being an athlete or social media, being in any kind of media, being an entertainer, but also just for the people who worked hard in their careers as well, And so I'm obviously high-key trying to talk myself up because y'all, like, it's so hard. I found myself recently just like really having a slump that I haven't had in a while for a multitude of reasons. It wasn't all related to this, but a big chunk of it was like, Lord, like I'm sick of being in this position. Like I'm sick of not being able to afford the things, not even that I want, but that I feel like we need, like access to healthy food, right? Like not that, I want to be so rich that I won't ever have to think about, budgeting or prices. But for me, like y'all know, I value healthy eating. And so not being able to buy organic, or I don't know, stuff like that. And before anyone comes on here trying to judge, people might be like, I can see it now. People always be like, just because you can't buy organic doesn't mean that you're struggling. There are people out here who can't even buy regular food. That's us too. Like I literally $13 that I freaking have in my bank account. I'm trying to figure out how to make stretch to feed us this week. But that's just one aspect of it. And while some food is better than none, like I never ever complain. Everybody should be able to have access to organic food. It shouldn't even be an issue that I can only afford processed, like trash. I just get saddened personally by where our food system is and the fact that many of us, if we don't have a certain amount of income, can't feed ourselves as healthy and nourishing and just the way that we were supposed to. So anyway, things like that, there's other things, more pressing issues. I've talked about some before. Another thing, if anyone doesn't know, I've talked about, the debts that I have. And now we got this house and we got hit with like a really large bill from our apartment that we have to pay, and it wasn't due to anything that was our fault. Things are stacking up and I'm trying to stay encouraged. If you're watching this, I hope that at the very least you found this relatable. I would encourage you to do the same. Don't give up on whatever dream it is you're chasing. You really never do know when you can be around the corner. And again, future Kai, if you're watching this, Lord willing, we made it. It paid off. You got your return on your investment finally. Doing double duty, working a job and doing YouTube videos for all these years, being in college, doing YouTube videos all these years. You finally, Lord willing, have a community that is interested in the same things, that you guys can share in the many blessings that the Lord has given us of this earth together, like food and music and community, family, friends, God-fearing friends in our 20s, like you love to share about, and what that's like being married young, right? And what that's like. You finally have a community that you can do that with, Lord willing. And imagine if you gave up now, as of when you recorded this. I love you for watching this. If you made it to this point, please subscribe and watch some videos if any of the stuff that I post or mentioned resonates with you. If you have any video ideas for me, leave them in the comments down below as well. Stay encouraged out here, y'all. It is tough. But I'll see you guys in my next one. And I don't know, what that looks like in the future, trends and technology changes as time goes on. But I think just like any other profession, it's a profession. You know what I'm saying? People will get over it.